Hi, welcome to SBR Sports Picks, hashtag AskSBR. My name is Peter Loshak. We are talking right now with Joe Gavazzi from WinningSportsAdvice.com, handicapping some college basketball games that tip on Thursday. Right now it is Wednesday afternoon, so we're looking at some early opening lines, and we're going to take a look right now at Washington State and Utah. And this one, Utah's been great ATS on the road, but very 50-50-ish at home. Now, Washington State has generally been undervalued recently in conference play. One game recently that they did lose was one where I was on them, though, and that was when they played Utah. They were at home. I took Washington State in our video in that one, and they got absolutely embarrassed. They lost by 40 points at home to Utah, and I took a loss with that one. But around that game, Washington State was mostly covering, so maybe there's some matchup factor here that favors Utah tremendously. But I was on Washington State the one game recently where they really were a clearly bad bet, and now here's the rematch at Utah. The line that I've seen opening is about minus 16.5. So if it's anything like the first game that they played, Utah is probably a great bet again. Or if that was just a fluke, an anomaly, maybe Washington State once again is being a little bit undervalued here. What's your take on it, Joe Gavazzi?
My take on this is that this is your history book play of the day. Mm-hmm. You did allude to that 40-point loss on the Palouse by Washington State to Utah, and that was by an identical 40-point score that Utah beat them on this very court last year. Sandwiched between that was another 20-point loss that Utah inflicted upon Washington State up in Eastern Washington. There are certainly matchup problems, and we're looking to lay the number here with the Utah team, who is plenty angry, coming off back-to-back losses by single digits in overtime at Cal and by only 6 at Stanford. I love playing altitude teams when both teams have 5 or more days rest and the altitude team is coming off back-to-back losses. That is when they are at their hungriest, and that is when they do the best against the point spread. Since Collette and Kuzma came into the lineup for the Utes, they have decided to make a move in the Pac-12, and I believe in the last 4 weeks of the season they are going to prove their mettle and could well end up in the top 4 of the upcoming college conference tournament. I like Utah here, traditionally strong on their home court under Kristoviak, where they're 68-38 against the spread. One final note on big dogs. Big dogs are beginning to bark in college basketball. Since January 28th, they've gone 38-18 against the spread when taking 10 or more points. Now, the line make has begun to catch on to this and is beginning to knock that number down a point or two. When you like a big favorite like this, you're getting some value here with Utah, which we are with the Utes, laying 16 to 17 points. In your history book play of the day, the Utah Utes are the home blowout winner of the night.
All right. Nice breakdown there, Joe Gavazzi. And yeah, those 3 of those ATS winners as a double-digit underdog since January 1st were margin wins with Washington State. Their last 3 road games, they were all double-digit underdogs, and they covered each of those games pretty comfortably. But Joe Gavazzi from WinningSportsAdvice.com saying that that's not likely to happen here, like in Utah, even giving 16.5. Thanks so much, Joe.
Research before you bet. Be sure to check out SBR Picks for the best game predictions, breakdowns, and much, much more.